A week after Black Friday, vendors from across the Southeast arrived in Athens for the 8th annual Holiday Hooray on December 6th and 7th, 2014. This event was hosted by Indie South Fair, which was started by Sarah Ferguson.
I started about 8 years ago. I was doing a lot of pet fairs myself. I used to have a little shop in the parking lot of the Caledonia and sold only handmade stuff. And when I closed that shop down, I started doing shows around the country, like the Indie Craft Fair. And so I decided to start one here. Well, as you can see, a little bit of everything. We've got a lot of jewelry, pottery, housewares, especially this time, paintings, photography, vintage, and just a little bit of everything, some food stuff, so.
The fair featured more than 80 vendors and was held on Chase Street. These vendors were able to share their crafts and passion with community members.
You know, something that you enjoy, you know a little bit about. I taught myself about stones. But I looked into it, there's not a lot of people hand cutting stones anymore. It just doesn't happen. There's lasers doing it, all this other, but you know, it's a dying art.
They started their businesses due to a variety of reasons.
When you first come up with your business?
With my business? Oh boy, it's been so many years it's hard to remember, but I actually lived out in Oregon, and my husband does watercolors paintings, and we used to go around and do shows. And the first time I ever saw this kind of glass, I saw somebody doing great big bowls out of it. And about 5 years later, I found out how to work with it and started making jewelry out of it. So I've been doing it quite a few years now.
Well, I've always been interested in like vintage clothes in general, probably since I was like 12 years old, and then I would say last year I put into action and was like, it's fine, I've got some vintage stuff that I'm not doing anything with, I might as well just sell it.
Necessity to keep warm in a cold winter.
What have you learned as like a small business or a local business?
What have I learned? Boy, that's a tough one. It's hard. You know, it's hard to budget a lot of times. That's a big thing about having a small business.
You know, try to find something, if you like working with your hands, that you enjoy doing.
Bootstrap. Start with whatever you can afford and don't borrow money.
I would probably say do your hobby, follow your passion, if it's something that you're interested in, just give it a go, and then it doesn't work, try something else, and just keep trying.
Participants enjoyed the general atmosphere and diverse vendors.
Have you been to fairs like this before?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What do you think of the atmosphere here?
It's fun. I can tell that the people that come through here are really passionate about what they do. It's fun. Part of why I like to come.
Are you here buying Christmas presents?
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
All the vendors are friendly and they have a ear.
I think the main thing that sets it apart is that we bring in a lot of vendors from other places. You know, there's a ton of little handmade markets, especially in the holidays, but it's usually a pretty similar group of local vendors, but I make it a point to see some people from the Carolinas, from Atlanta, from Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, so we usually get a more eclectic mix of people who come here who've never been to Athens and don't sell anywhere else.
Despite the initial rainy weather, community members were able to come together and support these small businesses.